In America, children are viewed as the most precious little beings on earth, but unfortunately, not everyone values the innocence of a young child. In different countries, young girls are trafficked as prostitutes to anyone who wants to get a kick. The word anyone should not be taken lightly, and here is why. When the average person thinks about child prostitution, a picture like this usually pops into mind. But this is not always the case. In a few countries, but Thailand mainly, there is sex tourism. This is when tourists come from all over the world and while touring buy a child prostitute. According to UNICEF, there are about 60,000 to 200,000 child prostitutes, depending on the guidelines of the research conducted. Seeing how the majority of these children are forced into the business of sex, the World Congress Against the Commercial Sexual Exploitation of Children stated that this could be considered a form of contemporary slavery. Just to show the intensity of this matter, a study of the Vietnamese child prostitutes was conducted. Through this research, it was found that many of the girls are raped or forced into being paid for sex for the first account. Many of the girls start out working in a factory for money, but their bosses end up selling them. One girl who remains anonymous reported this. When I had my first sexual client, I cried. The bar owner arranged for my sex. The bar owner told me to come to a room and take some medicine, and I fell asleep. When I woke up, I realized I lost my virginity. I stayed at the bar for 1.5 years. I never told anyone about my experience. Another girl reported knowing it was going to be her first prostitution act, but when she asked to use a condom, her boss refused. He had told her that she was basically bought for her virginity, so that the client would not have to worry about being infected with an STD. At that very moment, that child could have been infected with an STD from her client. For Vietnam, the HIV rate is steadily increasing, and any one of the clients that the young girls come in contact with can be infected. Child prostitutes are not only at risk of contracting STDs, there are a lot of health issues that can affect them. Some children are led to substance abuse, violence, injury, and terrible living conditions. The best way to attack this problem is to get nurses, doctors, and psychiatrists, therapists, nutritionists, and anyone that can help to help. The children need all of you to go out there and do the research that will help define what their major problems are. The doctors and nurses can find the diseases and infections and treat them. The psychiatrists and therapists can help the children get out of the sex world by helping them cope with all of the stress, depression, and other mental illnesses that they have. Anyone else can help by just being a resource to anyone involved, donating to organizations that advocate for child's rights, and spreading the word so that everyone is aware and will not ignore the situation.